Welcome back. Let's talk about Mastek now. The company has secured a multi-million-dollar contract from UK Public Service Department with an estimated value of $85 million over a 2-year period. To talk more about it, we have Ashank Desai, Vice Chairman and Managing Director at Mastek, now joining in. Mr. Desai, morning, and thank you for joining in. First, tell us a little bit about this recent order win, and there have been a spate of order wins, particularly from UK. What's the current value of your order book?
See, as we expressed it in our press conference, Reema, it is around 85 million pounds to be executed over 2 years. So it's kind of, in dollars, around 100 million kind of order. And we need to execute it over 2 years. It is digital transformation and managed services. So in a way, it is fairly balanced kind of contract. It will give us one-time revenue as well as continuity in terms of managed services.
What is the value of the one-time component, and when will you accrue it? Will it be in Q4 or will it be next quarter?
No, I think one-time itself continues for 2 years because it's a large contract. So it's not that it is to be done in Q4 or even next year. It will continue execution, slowly tapering off and going to managed services, obviously.
So what is the component of the one-time revenue which is spread over 2 years?
Sorry, couldn't get your question, Reema.
So what is the amount that is spread over 2 years, and what is the amount which is managed services which will keep accruing slowly after 2 years?
No, this particular 85 million pound is including managed services in that 2-year period too. There will be a continuity beyond 2 years as we execute this project well. But I can't give you a breakup between managed services and one-time project execution. It will evolve as we go along. It's a project of a national importance, and it's something that we have to execute well, and we are very happy that we got it. We have been doing such projects, as you know, in UK of national importance, and that shows the confidence of our customers in executing large projects, long-term projects, and it's a hard work of many years that we are in this business, last 20 years in fact. So this is about Mastek's ability to deliver mission-critical large systems, which are very important in coming years if we have to execute AI and other projects. So that is a benefit that we get, and we feel good about it. It is also in AWS area, so we have been moving very big way in terms of partnerships, and this gives us a great capability in terms of executing large projects in AWS, and will be one of the major players there.
Got it. So how was Q4 shaped up for you? Because Q3 was a tough one. There were extended furloughs. Q4, what kind of a growth quarter is it going to be for you?
See, Q3, yes, in revenue terms, you are right. However, you must look at 22% increase in year-on-year profits, 16.5% increase in EBITDA, almost 20% increase in healthcare part. So there have been a lot of positives there which are not being noticed. What really happens, Reema, is we are in the business of such projects also. Some of them don't turn up in that quarter, some of the execution gets supported. So I would like to really look at it on year, because that gives a better feel of what we do. As far as quarter 4 goes, sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so the quarter 4 goes, we have said that we would like to move in the direction of growth, and we would not like to comment specifically, as you know, we are not giving any guidance per se, but this kind of projects execution does give us a better visibility, hopefully.
Okay, all right. Hi, Mr. Desai. Good morning and good to see you. And since you like to look at it on an annual basis for FY26, can you grow in double digits?
See, Nigel, I think we should look at it. You have been in the industry for many years on CNBC. We look at it the longer term aspects. If you look at last 4 years data from 1920, just 2021, just before COVID started, and now, we grew 18%. We almost doubled in last 4 years, which is 18% growth, as you know. Whereas industry grew at around 11-12% in rupee terms. we would like to continue that kind of movement where we grow faster than the industry next year. This year also, hopefully, we may able to do that. So I would not give guidance other than saying that we would like to exceed industry kind of overall industry growth.
UK is about 57% of your revenues, and that's doing well. The one order we spoke about right now, £85 million. But even prior to that, there was a $40 million win from an existing client and a $10 million new one from the UK government. Will UK outperform the company's growth averages? Can UK grow in double digits? Do you have that kind of confidence?
See, what happens, Reema, really is these are large projects, so they get noticed, obviously. In US and other geographies, projects are not of that size. We continue to get large orders, even those countries, like in US, we book 5 million order. We may not get it published all over the place, but there are multiple such orders. So the point I'm making is we are growing also in other geographies, particularly in US, because of our positioning in particularly Oracle. As you know, we were one of the top 5 rated globally by one of the analysts last year. 5 globally cloud implementation of Oracle. 3 of them were from outside. 3 of them were of Indian origin, 2 were from outside, without naming all of them. But Mastek was one of them. So we have such positioning in US, which gives us a good headway in multiple sectors like healthcare, education, so on and so forth. In Salesforce and customer experience, we have acquired this company, as you know, which gives us declared into healthcare, particularly in government. So we are confident that we may not see a difference in terms of growth. Yes, there can be some plus minuses across sectors, but we see a growth coming all around.
By the way, the Nifty IT index is the worst performing sector today, 3.5% lower for the Nifty IT index. And this year, it's down close to about 13.5%. So after growing at more than 20%, 25% over the last 2 years, 2023 and 2024, IT has started 2025 on the back foot, underperforming, maybe some, NVIDIA hangover. But Mr. Desai, is there any fear of a tax on services which could negatively impact Indian IT companies? And given the general tariff overhang, what are corporate conversations like? What are clients? Is there that fear of uncertainty? Is it delaying decision-making, deal signings, deal conversions?
We have not seen a lot of delays, Reema, in terms of deal signing. But coming back to your important question on tariffs on services, now that's really a slippery area. You see, there is no clarity on how do you charge tariffs on services, because services offers in all kinds of things, as you know. It includes banking services, consulting services, like what we do. So as of now, the focus is only on trade, which is very well definable movement of products. The services move along, telecom lines, as we all do in offshore, and then there is this movement of banking services and so on and so forth. So I'm not really worried about services getting some kind of tariff, because it is extremely difficult to first define and then implement both ways. So I kind of feel that it may not happen, but let's see what as it comes across.
Okay.
But it's going to be
no, absolutely. We just hope it doesn't happen, not just for IT services, but even as someone was pointing out, IT services is one thing for India and it's very important, but even GCCs, right? I mean, they are essentially the growth driver now in terms of services exports. And one just hopes that all of that stays out of the ambit of whatever is being discussed right now and will be discussed in the future.
See, what happens really is that we are not charging any tariff on services coming from outside India. So if it is going to be reciprocal tariff, then it better be safe, right? Even if I go by that logic. So,
who knows, sir? I mean, the basic logic seems to be Meri Marzi,
I know.
But we'll see. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure having you with us, and I hope and look forward to our next one.
It's always a pleasure to be on CNBC.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.